The opinions in this podcast are all our own.
But the businesses are real chamber members.
It's a chamber chat.
Coming to you from Wahoo, Nebraska. Chamber Chat with Kate
And Kat.
Welcome to Chamber Chat with Kate.
And Kat. I'm Catherine Nygren.
And I'm Kate DeCoste. This podcast is everything Wahoo Chamber of Commerce.
Hey, Kate, I saw you posted a new Where in the Wahoo World.
Yes, I did.
So I'm kind of excited to see what guesses we have. It's kind of a vague picture.
It is a vague picture. I feel like last week's that we posted, a lot of people knew where we
It was
were.
a little bit more obvious.
But this one, it'll be interesting how, if we get any guesses and if they're correct.
Yes, if you've seen that around town, please comment on Facebook and let us know where you've seen that.
Yes. So yeah, if you look on Facebook or Instagram, you can find that Where in the Wahoo World. So our last week's Where in the Wahoo World,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people knew.
Yeah, I guess there's not a lot of ducks or geese roaming around Wahoo.
No. So we had a lot of fun out at South Haven for that Where in the Wahoo World photo. And we learned a lot about how the community is encouraged to go out and interact with the residents.
Mm-hmm. That was a fun little field trip.
It was. And, I knew that they had a little ice cream shop in there and, they have a post office and all that fun stuff, but I had no idea that just anyone can walk on in and grab a little ice cream.
Yeah. And it was fun to hear that there are a group of kids that live close by there in Heritage Heights that make South Haven their meeting spot. And they go ride their bikes and see the geese and grab some ice cream and chat with the residents.
Yeah, I love that too. And I loved that in the ice cream shop, you can either get some popcorn as well for yourself, or there's some special popped popcorn.
Yeah,
so you can go feed the geese.
Yeah, they have some no salt popcorn.
Yes.
So you can go feed the wildlife outside.
Yes. So fun little kind of like a fun fact.
It's always fun to see what's all out there in our town.
Yes.
That we didn't even really, you kind of knew it existed, but to go actually do it is a whole nother thing.
Right. So we encourage you to, get down to Wahoo and see if you know something is happening, go check it out.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, Kate, should we talk about this week's fun fact?
Yes. So since we are in school mode,
back to school.
Last week was the first few days.
We're all back into a routine.
Right. So this week is yeah. I bet. I think it's be hard to be like, we're back at school when it's 100 degrees out too.
I know. But it doesn't feel like fall, but we'll get there.
Yes. So since we're back to school, I wanted to include some fun facts about both Newman and Wahoo Public. This week will be about Wahoo Public, and then next week I'll have a little fun fact about Newman.
Oh, nice.
So this week, which graduating class were the first to graduate at the new high school building, which is now it's the current building.
High school building.
Yes, but when it was brand new.
Oh, that's kind of a hard question. So I'm not from around here. So that's the only high school I've ever known.
Right. And it's the only
Wahoo.
one I knew because
that's where you graduated.
That's where I graduated from.
Okay, so that's a helpful hint.
Yes. So that's there you go. Yes, that's a good one. Good
I'm
help.
thinking pre-mid 90s. So was it mid 80s? Maybe like 1985. I'm going to throw a date out there.
Throw out there.
Yep, that's where my dart's going to land.
Well, it's actually would be a little earlier, but you were getting close.
Okay, warmer.
The graduating class of 1977.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's been there for a while.
It has been there for a while.
And it's kind of fun to know that, I was just up in that area the other day and they're doing some renovations.
I know.
So it's getting a little add-on, so that will be nice. But yeah, that is
okay.
Yeah.
Good to know. Well, thank you for bringing that.
Yes. And just another quick fun fact, because I wonder if people don't know where the Civic Center is is and senior center,
Uh-huh.
that's where the high school was.
Oh, okay. So pre-1977,
7.
graduating classes were held at the Civic Center.
Right. And that gym
Uh-huh.
is still the same gym that would have been
Okay,
there.
with the
like,
old wooden steps and
yes,
seats.
that would have been
Okay.
the gym. And yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
okay. Nice.
Yeah. So
Interesting.
twofold there. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad they were able to use the old building.
Right. Like
and,
it didn't.
and repurpose it. It didn't get knocked down or demolished or is
Right.
sitting there vacant. So it's nice to see that reused for a new purpose.
Yes. So, Kat, do you have a poll question for us today?
Of course I do. So, in the theme of fall weekend plans,
Okay.
do you prefer Friday night lights at the football game or Saturday morning donuts at the bakery?
Oh.
Applesauce donuts.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a really good one. Definitely. I'm going to have to say the donut.
The donuts. I was going to say, if you're torn, both is, of course, an
Both
answer.
is a yes. Nah, I've never have been a Friday nights girl.
Mm-hmm.
Only went in high school because I played in the band.
Gotcha.
Then I went a few years because I had a family member playing. So then I felt like I had to go.
Right, and go watch it and support.
But now, nope. Gonna wait for that Saturday morning donut.
Perfect. I love it.
So what about you, Kat?
Well, since I gave both an option, I think I'm going to take myself up on it.
Yeah.
Because like a football game with the blanket on your lap, we have Husker tickets, season tickets. So, of course we're going to be there for that.
Right.
But there's something about just like the small hometown game, the little blanket and the little chill in the air.
Yes.
Under the lights.
Supporting your school.
Supporting your schools, listening to the bands play. So I like both. I'm team both.
Good. You're a better person than me.
It's all good. We all have our thing.
Yes. So if you want to participate in our poll question, go ahead and go over to our Facebook page and let us know.
Yeah, give us a vote. We'd love to hear from you.
Now it is time for our segment we call Mailbag Questions.
Cue that music.
Mailbag time. Open that bag.
All right. In our mailbag, we have a question from Brian. If my business would like to be involved in the upcoming chamber events like Boo and Wahoo, Merry Market, Wahooville, how do I do that?
Well, hello, Brian. Thank you so much for that question. Yes, we are getting geared up for our very big event season.
Such a busy time of the year.
So we do have committee meetings coming up. And if you are interested in being involved as just, a resident of Wahoo or a business, please reach out to Jen at the chamber office with any questions, or just to say like, hey, I want to be involved. How do I do that?
We'd love to have you.
Yes, we definitely would love to have you. So you can send out an email, or you can even pop right in to the office, or give her a call. Yeah. So awesome. Well, Brian, thank you again so much for that question.
Yes. And if you have a question for us, please email us at wahoochamberchat@gmail.com or message our Facebook page.
Now, we had Shannon Hauswald from TeamMates Mentoring in studio just a little earlier, and here is our little chat we had with her. All right, now that school's back in session, we've got Shannon Hauswald in the studio, and she is the coordinator of the Wahoo chapter of the TeamMates Mentoring Program. Welcome, Shannon.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you so much. I know this was kind of a last minute, so thank you so much for making this work.
We appreciate it.
Absolutely. I love talking about this, so I'm glad it worked out.
So tell us a little bit about the TeamMates program for somebody that might not know anything about it.
So the program has actually been around since 1991. So this is not a new program. It was started by Dr. Tom Osborne and his wife, Nancy, the former Nebraska football coach, because he saw a need for students to have a little additional support in their life. So that's how it started. And it now is serving students in 5 different states, Nebraska,
wow.
South Dakota, Iowa, Kansas, and Wyoming.
Oh, wow.
And it's a school-based program. It's 1-to-1 where we match a caring adult from the community with a student in the school.
Oh, nice. Now, how long has it been in the Wahoo school system?
So the Wahoo chapter has been around since 2014. So this will be our 10th school year.
Yay.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what would a mentor do in the TeamMates program?
So our matches meet once a week, typically for about 30 to 45 minutes. During that time, they play board games. Some just go for a walk and talk. Some go out and shoot hoops. Some do crafts or different activities together, work on a puzzle, play cards. Really anything that's on school property during the school day.
So just kind of some good ways to have some quality hangout time.
Absolutely. And the conversation is really the key to it. And a lot of times students are more apt to get chatty if they are engaged in something else.
Right. You can kind of talk to them while you play the board game.
Absolutely.
And it's a little bit more natural than, hi, how are you today?
Absolutely.
You know?
Rather than an interview.
Right.
Yes,
for sure.
And with that, can you tell us how much does like a mentor need to put in? Like how much time goes into this for a mentor?
Really 30 to 45 minutes a week. Our students are actually, in school to learn. And so we don't want to pull them from their core classes for very long.
Sure.
But our administrators have seen the value of this program and realized that there is a lot of good that comes from it, in addition to classroom time. And so the mentors typically come up, check in, the student meets them in the office, and then they will go spend 30, 45 minutes together, one class period.
Oh,
and we
nice.
try not to pull them out of a core class. So it's typically a study hall or an elective or something like that.
Lunchtime.
Lunchtime works well too.
Oh, nice. So it's during the school day on school grounds.
Absolutely. So we don't meet during the summer or during break. It's all school focused.
Nice. So how does a student become part of the TeamMates program?
There's actually 3 different ways a student can become a TeamMates mentee. One is through self-nomination. Maybe they have a friend that is in the program or their parent is involved with the program and somehow, and they see the matches meeting and playing chess and they're like, hey, I want to do that with somebody. So sometimes a mentee will just approach a staff member at school and say, hey, how do I get one of those? Other times staff members will recognize a student that could benefit from the program. TeamMates is very strengths-based, and so our staff members are very great strength spotters and can realize students that could use a little bit more help and support in recognizing their own strengths. And then the third way is through a parent nomination. So parents can reach out to the school or go to the school website. There's a TeamMates link on there and request that their student become involved. There's only 2 requirements to be in the program. And that is 1, that the student wants to be, and 2, that the parent has given permission.
Oh,
nice. Yeah, I like that the parent is involved, that they know what's going on and they, it's
Absolutely.
kind of a good
Absolutely.
way.
Yes. TeamMates is very integrity and transparency based. And so we want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. We don't necessarily have engagement with parents very much. It's very much between the student and their mentor. But sometimes, especially living in Wahoo in a small community, those lines get crossed and they do interact and meet with each other.
Sure. So we talked about how a mentee can be, get involved. How would a mentor get involved in this? If you're someone in Wahoo that's like, hey, that's something I would like to do.
Absolutely. We have a link on our Wahoo Public Schools webpage as well as teammates.org. Right on that page, you can click to apply to become a mentor. You fill out a really simple, basic application. They perform a background check because we want to make sure that our students are meeting with safe and trusted adults. And after that background check is completed, then you go through 2 different training sessions, and then you get matched with a mentee.
Nice. What does a training session look like?
So it varies. Typically, the program that we are working on right now is where you would do 1 hour kind of online self-guided
Okay.
and then 1 hour in person with me or virtually with a staff member from the national office.
Okay. So not a huge time commitment to get that training done.
No.
Nice.
So if you are a community member and you're like, I would love to get involved and, support teammates, but you just don't think you have the time to commit to be a mentor, what could someone do?
We are a 100% self-funded nonprofit organization. So monetary donations are greatly appreciated. We also appreciate in-kind gifts and services. So if you are able to offer printing services, or if you want to donate some board games or arts and crafts supplies, or some activities that they could do outdoors or work on together, those types of donations are greatly appreciated too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So how would they contact you then to give those donations?
You can reach me at Wahoo High School. So you can find my email on the website. You can contact the school office, and you can always go to teammates.org.
Nice. That's awesome. And then with the funding that's donated, you said there's scholarships available for the students also?
Absolutely. A majority of our fundraising efforts go toward scholarships. Our local chapter gives $1,000 scholarships to our graduating seniors that have been in the program for 3+ years.
Oh, nice.
So that is where a majority of our funds go. The rest of the funds are used for those background checks, for the training, and for match support. So we do offer different training sessions throughout the year that mentors can be a part of. And we have match activities that they can get together and go to. Like we had a group that went to the Husker Spring Game. And so funds kind of support those activities as well. Oh,
nice. That's awesome. Well, now that school's back in session, it's kind of fun to learn about all the different programs that are happening in our community.
Absolutely. And this is one, if you have any vested interest in the future or the youth in our community, this is a really great program to get involved with because the feedback that we get from our students every spring, we send out a survey, and the feedback just blows me away and reminds me why this is such an important program.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you have coming up this Saturday, you have a little something coming. You want to let us know what that is?
Absolutely. Our local police department is putting on their second annual Run with a Cop, not from a cop. Don't run from a cop. So the Run with a Cop, not from one, is happening this Saturday at 8 a.m. at the park. And that is a fundraiser that the Wahoo Police Department puts on, and then they donate those proceeds to our local chapter.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome.
And can you still register?
Absolutely. We have a link on the Wahoo TeamMates Facebook page that you can still sign up on there. Or you can show up that morning. Registration will start at 7 a.m. So you can show up the day of as well.
Very nice. And I think the weather's supposed to be nicer on Saturday too.
Yeah.
So
not going to be
a better
as
day to
hot.
run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last year it was a thunderstorm. So we're getting
Oh.
all kinds of extremes.
Yeah, you are.
Always an adventure with Nebraska weather.
Yes.
Awesome.
Well, Shannon, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
All right. And just a quick little recap of our upcoming events. The Saunders County Historical Society is having a business after hours on Wednesday, August 30th from 5 to 7. They have a new exhibit opening that day. It's a traveling Smithsonian exhibit about voting. So it'll be an interesting exhibit, and I hope everybody can join us there.
Nice. I'm excited about that. And also, don't forget to grab your ticket for the Chamber fundraiser that's coming up September 13th. But you need to get your ticket by September 1st. And also, if you would like to donate an item to the silent auction, please reach out to Jen at the Chamber office.
Absolutely. And we'll be knocking on your door.
Yes. As always, thank you for listening today. And don't forget
to keep it local, friends.
This has been a Chamber Chat
with Kate
and Kat. See you next time.
do a
check.
little mic check while we're chatting.
Okay. Look at your little setup. Y'all are so
Mm.
fancy.
Kate's fancy.
So techie.
I know.